The National Dropout Prevention Center has been on the road, visiting schools across the country. Join us now as the team from Solutions to the Dropout Crisis visits with elementary students in Forest Lake, Minnesota, to see the Olweus Bullying Prevention Program in action. We first spoke with Principal Gail McGrain to learn about the program.
The Olweus Bullying Prevention Program is an excellent way to rebalance the power in a school between victims and bullies. Currently, bullies tend to have most of the power because they see what they're doing as enjoyable, acceptable, not a problem, status building, whereas the victims become lower and lower and lower. The Olweus Anti-Bullying Program, or bullying prevention, balances that out by empowering the victim as well as the bystanders to act in a way that puts a halt on the bullying. What it does is it develops a language for all students, staff, and parents to directly impact on the behavior, so everyone knows what to call it, who's doing what, and children can be addressed as they need to be addressed. There are several different components to it. Part of it's classroom education, part of it's individual education, and then it's work with the students themselves, whether it's the victim or the bully. Students who are participating in bullying behavior are dealt with directly on that. Their behavior is named, parents are contacted, and depending on what level they're at, that will determine the consequence. A major piece is a wonderful language that is developed, and all kids are empowered to use it appropriately. Part of the Olweus bullying prevention classroom activity is role plays. Different classes have different comfort levels with this. In this current depiction, you see a group of children in a 1, 2, 3 classroom demonstrating a role play for a bullying scenario. One of the issues kids have is a lack of awareness how to deal with these incidences when they come up. So we have some students here, one playing the bully, one playing the victim, and other students being the bystanders. Other students will chime in with suggestions for the victims, suggestions for the bystanders as to how to address the behavior of the bully. In all of these responses, kids are learning to be more verbal for themselves, advocate for each other, and have a stronger position on what's going on in their world. The kids become far more comfortable with addressing adults and trust that the adults will in turn react appropriately and help them out as they need to.
Counselor Leah Tenke told us how the school has implemented the program.
The Olweus Anti-Bullying Program has been a great addition to our school district this year. At our school, we began by making a school-wide pledge that all of the students, staff, and parents signed. We also made a rubric of consequences that happened if bullying behavior did occur. And then we started learning kind of the same language. All of the kids and staff, they have the same definition for what a bully is, and they can tell you what that is, and what a victim is, and what a bystander is, and what you can do if you are a bystander. The classes are having weekly morning meetings, is what they're called. So these are lesson plans that have to do with different bullying scenarios. Maybe they practice what they would do if they see bullying, or if they are being bullied, or they learn more about what bullying is. All of the staff has also been trained with on-the-spot interventions, so what to do if they see bullying, how to step in and feel comfortable stopping that and supporting the victim. And I think that it's a very comprehensive program. It's not only our own school, but it's community-wide. We have a big community event coming up this month where we are trying to spread the word to the whole community about what bullying is and what we're doing here at our school and what you can do if you see it. It's also very user-friendly. It is really easy for the teachers to implement into their classrooms and for us to have this whole school-wide initiative. I just think that it's been a very positive influence in our school. The kids are really reporting bullying, and they're also standing up for it when they see it. We're really finding that kids are able to help kids with strength in numbers. If they know what to do when they see bullying, they're starting to feel very comfortable getting in there and saying, hey, that's bullying, stop it. We don't allow that here at Central Montessori. So I think that it's really made an impact on our school climate. I also think a large part of our success with the Olweus program is definitely our staff relationships with the students. We really take time to get to know the students. That's also a large part of the morning meetings is we give everyone a turn to share during those morning meetings and make sure that everyone feels heard. But when the students are coming to the adults, if their own interventions didn't work, then I think that the adults are really listening, we're believing what they're saying, and we're saying, we'll look into it, and this is important to us, and we're definitely going to take care of this. So I think, like I said, a large part of our success is that we do have those great relationships with our students, and we really know them and really take the time to listen to them.
Let's go in the classroom now and observe Jessica Berryman teaching her multi-graded class how to deal with a bullying situation.
First of all, I want to say that we're role-playing here. So we know that Bella is a very kind person, and this was just for, remember we talk about putting ourselves in other people's shoes and talking about different situations. That's called empathy. Remember we've talked about that with Ms. Tanky too. That's why we do this, so we can learn from it. And we know that you're not a bully at school. So can we talk about your characters here, girls? Who you played and maybe why your character did that? Maybe why? What is their personality like? Can we talk about that? First of all, who do we think was the student who was bullying here? Brady, who do you think? Bella. And Bella played a girl named Maria in the skit. So, can you hold this up? You were the student who bullied, right? How about the student who is bullied?
Oh, Sadie.
Natalie. Sadie was bullied. Sadie, who did you play?
Natalie.
Her name was Natalie. And then we had our teacher, our lovely teacher, Sam here. Thank you, Sam. And then we had two bystanders in this play. Do you know who that was? Boys and girls? Paige?
Elizabeth and Grace.
Yes, Elizabeth and Grace. Elizabeth, who did you play?
I played Tanya, and I was kind of stuck in the middle.
You were. And actually, before we go on, you were friends with Sadie or Natalie. They're really good friends, and you didn't know that. But remember, she went up to her and said, "Can we have lunch together?" And what did you say?
I didn't say anything.
No.
I just looked away.
Mm-hmm.
So I was stuck.
Was there another bystander? Grace. And what did Grace do that was pretty cool? Kind of at the end. Does anyone remember? Zach?
She stood up for Natalie.
Mm-hmm. She did. She stood up for Natalie. All right, boys and girls, do you think, why do you think Bella's character, Maria, was doing that to Natalie or Sadie? Why do you think she maybe did that? Does anyone know? Anyone know why she would maybe be bullying her? Blake? To look cool. To look cool. Does anyone have any other ideas of why she might be doing that? Sadie?
Maybe so she can have more friends.
So she could have more friends. How do you think the bystanders were feeling during that? Does anyone know how they might be feeling? Remember, I want to hear from everybody. Anyone I haven't heard from? Chris?
Sad.
Sad. Why do you think they were sad?
Because
Because? Does it feel good to see other people hurting? Hurts your heart a little bit, doesn't it? Wonderful. Now, what I would like all of us to do is I would like all of us to go back to our tables, and what I would like you to do is try to think of a solution. I'm going to give each table one person. One table is going to look at the student who bullies and see what could they do differently. What could they do differently? Another table is going to look at Elizabeth's character, Tanya's friend, or you were who? Tanya, Natalie's friend. What could she have done differently? She kind of ignored her, didn't she? What could she have done differently? A different solution, a better solution. What could Grace have done? I know she stood up for Natalie, but what else could she have done? I'm going to have another table look at Grace's character and what she could have done differently. And then the student who was bullied, or our victim, Natalie. What could she have done differently? Who could she have gone to? We're going to think of a solution. Remember, when we're thinking of our solutions as a group, a couple things. Remember that it has to follow our school rules. The solution that we come up with, something that we could do that would be the right thing. It has to be safe, and it has to be realistic, something that we could really do. And when we were working as a group, remember something that Mrs. Bachman told us? She told us, what do we have? How many ears? Yep, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should use our ears how much more?
Twice as much.
Yes, exactly. Remember to listen to everyone. Listen closely to everyone and make sure everyone has a chance to talk, just like we have when we do our circle meetings, okay? Ms. Tanky. Who else? Or me? Mrs. McGrain? Mm-hmm. Do you think that we would help you make better choices? Mm-hmm. That's good. See if you can come up with any other ideas, okay? Keep talking. What do you guys think over here?
What did we say?
What were your solutions?
He could have said something,
She could have said something.
and she could have stood up for her friend. That's as far as we've gotten.
That's good. I like those ideas. Have the courage to stand up. Mm-hmm.
And they should have said, stop bullying.
Mm-hmm. What do we say? We don't bully at our school? Mm-hmm. Yes. Could you have gone to talk to anyone
Yes.
when the teacher came up?
Yeah,
Could you
like
have maybe? Mm-hmm. Yes, very good. Very good.
Yeah, what's wrong?
So we're talking right now about the student who is bullied.
So,
What are some solutions that you could have done
Could
differently?
find good friends and ignore Maria, and be their friends and be nice.
Okay, very good. I like that idea. Is there anyone that you could have talked to?
The teacher.
The teacher? Who else? Do you know?
Bystander.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Who else is usually in a school that could help you? A teacher?
Teacher, the principal, Miss Tanky,
A school counselor? What about people at home?
mom, dad.
Mm-hmm. It's really important. Remember, that's one of our things that we agreed to on our pledge, that we would tell adults, either at home or at school, if we see bullying, remember? Okay, very good job. Thank you so much. Let's give them a round of applause. Very good. Very nice. What do you think Maria could have done differently? Include Natalie. To include her. Any other ideas? You think she was trying to maybe have more friends and she thought that that would help? Who do you think she could talk to for help? If she was bullying at school and she didn't want to do it anymore, it didn't make her feel good? Any teacher in school? Exactly. Who else could we talk to at this school? Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you very much. Very good answers. Solutions.
We talked about this with some of the children to find out what they have learned.
What is a bully?
A bully is someone who would do something, like if they hit you, and then the next day they keep doing it, and then they keep doing it day by day, and keep teasing you, then that's a bully.
Yep, so we've learned that bullying behavior has to be repeated, right? It has to be a hurtful action or word that's repeated. Stephen, what is a bully?
A bully is not your friend and trying to hurt somebody that the bully doesn't like and doing it day after day. So they keep on doing it because they think they're cool and they can do whatever they want.
I think that's help people not be a bully anymore.
How has it helped people?
Like I knew a friend who was a bully, and now they had the program, and now she's my friend and not a bully anymore.
Do you have any idea how she stopped acting like a bully?
I think the program helped her and all the bystanders.
What do you mean by the bystanders?
Like other people on the playground helped her when she was in a bully fight, and they talked to her.
Okay.
She learned.
Okay. What else could you do if you are being bullied or if you see someone being bullied?
If you see someone being bullied, you could walk up to them and tell the bully, please stop. It's not very nice to bully.
Okay, what would that be called?
That would be called standing up for someone.
The impact on the community with the Olweus Bullying Prevention Program, whether it's the classroom or the school at whole, is a very positive one. Again, students are empowered that they can handle situations on their own. It is a much more appropriate, positive place for kids to learn. There is a sense of safety that's established in the classrooms as well as in the schools. There is a language that is developed, and all students are willing to participate together.
Blake, our school started a new program this year called the Olweus Anti-Bullying Program, and I'm wondering what you think of that program.
I think it's helping our school. I think people are changing and not being bullies.
Okay, how are people changing?
Like they're being friends, not bullies.
Thank you.
I think the Olweus program is a very good idea because it teaches people that you might not know that it's bullying, but it might be bullying.
I think other schools should have the Olweus program.
For more information about the Olweus Bullying Prevention Program, we encourage you to check out the website www.clemson.edu/Olweus.